Day 3 in Warner Robins, Georgia. The Southeast region inching closer to sending a team to Williamsport and the Little League World Series, which starts in just 11 days. Up next, a winner's bracket game between Nolensville, Tennessee and Phoenix City, Alabama. Both of these teams are 1-0. Winner advances to the region semifinals to play Tallahassee, Florida tomorrow at 2 o'clock Eastern on ESPN. The loser has to come back later today to face Georgia around 4:30 in an elimination game. Also today, Virginia and South Carolina at 1 o'clock Eastern, also an elimination game. Hi again, everybody. Clay Matvick and Greg Olson. We're going to be down to 4 teams, Greg, here in the Southeast region after today.
Yeah, and it's getting really interesting for me. These guys can flat out play. And the team that loses today, this morning, is going to have a hard road because they're going to come back at 4:30 and play again in the losers bracket. And they're not going to have their pitchers that they used today available.
Nolensville, Tennessee. 5th regional in the last 6 years. This is a great Little League program, and coming off an impressive victory 10-2 on Thursday over Virginia. Julian Frazier leads it off. He's ready to go. He'll be followed by Callan Williams, Lincoln Franks, Hudson Van Horn, Bruce Kay, center fielder Ethan Nance, Alexander Fields, Max Kelly, J.B. Carter, the third baseman in the 9-hole, and then Hollis Smith, Brady Packard, and Carter Clark, the pitcher, in this 12-man continuous batting order. Uriah Burklight will be on the mound to start this game for Phoenix City, Alabama. He's kind of a Swiss Army knife type of player. They use him in so many spots, they need him on the mound today.
Yeah, he was here last year, and the fastball, curveball, changeup, really good job of pounding the zone. Fastball is going to be mid to upper 60s, and he just needs to work down the hill. But so far, watching his warm-ups, man, he is dotting the I's on the catcher's glove.
Here we go. Good crowd. Excited for this one. A winner's bracket game, and we're underway. First pitch from Burklight is buried at the knees for strike 1 to Frazier. Frazier had a team best 3 hits in the win over Virginia. A game that started on Thursday, ended on Friday because of weather here in Warner Robins. But a beautiful morning here to start on this Saturday. That one is a strike on the outside corner. Strike 3. Uriah Burklight with a punch out to begin his day.
Like I talked about, location, location, location. Burklight just painting the outside corner 3 straight pitches.
Kinley Rasmus is the shortstop. We're going to be talking a lot about her. The only girl in this regional. That's the defensive setup for Phoenix City, Alabama, a team that has so many players back from last year's team. 8 returners from the team that won the state championship last year in Alabama. Nice job of going the other way for Callan Williams. This could be extra bases. On his way to second, he'll get there standing up. Callan Williams, the right fielder for Nolensville. His first hit of the regional, and Cal is in scoring position with 1 out.
You said it, just a great piece of hit, and saw a fastball away for strike 1 and just said, all right, I'm going to dive out and I'm going to cover that pitch. Laces it to left field. Looks like a little bit of Wade Boggs right there. Keep pitching him away. He's going to take it that way.
That brings up Lincoln Franks. He is the biggest power bat on this team. 0 for 3 so far, however, in the region. 11 years old. He'll turn 12 here in a few days on August 16th. That's a strike. So Nolensville, Tennessee in a rundown here. And trying to get to third is Williams, and he's going to be tagged out from behind by Kinley Rasmus.
I've talked about how well coached all these teams in this region are. A little back pick. The runner was caught leading off, and now this is just a textbook rundown. Get it, and Kinley Rasmus runs him down, but just perfectly done on the rundown.
2, 4, 5, 6 put up. And a nice job by Brooks Cameron, the catcher, to throw a laser down to second base and start that sequence.
Yeah, caught Callan Williams by surprise that they were going to do a back pick.
1-2 to Franks, in on the hands, fouled away. Nolensville, Tennessee, located approximately 20 miles south of Nashville. They practice at Hawkins Field, the home of the Vanderbilt Commodores, from time to time. You'll notice those uniforms look very much like Vanderbilt. Here's Rasmus charging, and Kinley throws across. And Uriah Burklight, even though he gives up a double here in the inning, faces the minimum in the first. And now the state champs from Alabama coming to the plate for the first time today. They're the parents and friends of the Phoenix City, Alabama Little Leaguers. They're ready to hit here in the bottom of the first in this winner's bracket game. Easton Allen ready to lead it off. He'll be the third baseman today. Kinley Rasmus batting second. Burklight, the pitcher, is batting third. Kason Smith, Cam Lee, Brooks Cameron, Leighton Burt, C.J. Harrison Jr., Riker Rasmus, their cousins, Lorenzo Quintero, Cooper Champion, and Jeremiah Taylor. Phoenix City located on the Chattahoochee River about 100 miles southwest of Atlanta, just across the Georgia line from Columbus. Of course, Columbus American is here. There's Carter Clark. Opening round against Virginia, pitched an inning and 2/3 and was pretty good.
Yeah, no, he's going to pound the zone. Really nice off speed, and much like Burklight, is going to just locate, stay inside the zone, and work in and out. Should be a fun game to watch with these pitchers.
Carter Clark, the son of Jessica and Brian, his brother Braden, here cheering on. And that one is fouled off. Easton Allen 1 for 1 with a couple of walks and an RBI against North Carolina. Coming off a terrific state tournament where he hit .429. Drives this one toward the gap, but coming over to his left and tracking it down is Ethan Nance. Got a good jump on that ball and probably prevents extra bases as we take a look at the Tennessee defense.
Yeah, overall nice piece of hitting, dives out, covers the outside part of the plate. But Ethan Nance, great jump, gets into the right center gap and steals a double.
So here comes Kinley Rasmus, who has been an absolute star in this regional, hacking on the first pitch and fouling it back to the screen. 3 for 3 with a double and 2 runs batted in game one. Also started on the mound, pitched a couple of innings, struck out 4, allowing just 1 hit. She's behind in the count here, 0-2. They kept her to 35 pitches. They're thinking long term with Kinley Rasmus because she is the team ace.
She is. She can flat out deal on the mound. She is so good. We saw her last year. She was solid last year. Got Alabama their only win when she pitched opening night. So they're trying to keep her back, use her tomorrow.
1-2 pitch. And that is lined into left field for a base hit. She is going to stop at first as the throw quickly gets back on the infield. Corey Rasmus is her father. He's the third base coach. Mom Jill, she was a softball player at Southern Miss, so she has great genetics. Kinley is going to pursue softball and flag football after her Little League career is over, and no doubt she's going to be dynamite at both.
She is a stud. She really is. Great piece of hitting. Fastball down and in. She drops ahead of the bat. Made it look easy. Short, compact swing.
Uriah Burklight also swinging at the first pitch. So Kinley, Rasmus, Case and Corey, brothers. Corey is her uncle, or her father, and Case is the uncle. He's at first base. And Kinley and Riker are cousins. They both played in this regional last year, so they have a ton of experience.
Yeah, and that's going to benefit them a lot. A lot of people are talking about this Alabama team and the experience they got from last year and coming back with 8 of the 12 returning.
Ground ball. We'll see if this is 2. To second for 1. That's all they're going to get. Julian Frazier had to range over to the right on kind of a slow roller, and Burklight will stay out of the double play, but there are 2 down.
Yeah, I just like the fact that Max Kelly just knew that he did not have a play at first base, didn't try to do anything more than secure the first out. But you're going to see some great defense, plays that just make you look at these 12-year-olds, 11-year-olds and just disbelief.
Now this is Case and Smith now. Case and Smith, the second baseman, 1 for 2 in the regional. So another Rasmus, Colby Rasmus, former big league outfielder. He is a coach in the Nolensville Little League, so he's here watching both of these teams with vested interest. And that's going to end the inning. But I've been told on good authority he's rooting for Phoenix City. He probably should here today with this much family around. Great start to this. Back here in Warner Robins. No score after 1. Tennessee coming back to the plate. This team with a hit in that first inning. Nothing to show for it. We were talking about Colby Rasmus, the third of the Rasmus brothers. Played 10 seasons in the big leagues. He coaches the 8-year-olds in Nolensville. So he's watching these 2 teams very closely today. Talked about Corey's daughter, Kinsley, and then Riker Rasmus, that's Case's son. And of course their dad, Tony, he was the manager of that team that took Phoenix City to the Little League World Series back in 1999, won the U.S. title. And this team very much could be headed back there.
Yeah.
This is a good team without a doubt.
Well, experienced team, but today is a big day. They win right now. They get to wait, sit back, and watch some games and play tomorrow. If they lose.
Hudson Van Horn skies one to deep right field, going back on the run. Leighton Burt hauls it in. ball traveled quite a ways off the bat. Looked fairly like a routine ball, but Leighton Burt had to go after it.
I mean, great job by Leighton Burt. Drop steps. Looks like a cornerback is just tracking that ball over his shoulder. Made that look easy.
Uriah Burklight has retired 2 in a row now. Bruce Kay up at the plate. 1 for 4 in the regional. One of their top hitters. Son of Johnny and Jennifer, oldest of 3 boys. Trying to get on with the bunt. And pulls the bat back, ball 1. This is scorched, and that's going to be extra bases. Bruce Kay. Second double against Uriah Burklight for Nolensville. And Tennessee's in business here in the 2nd inning.
See how well coached Nolensville is. They're going to see all these fastballs away, and they're going to get out there, cover that side of the plate. Really sweet left-handed swing right there. Laces it into left center.
Man on for Ethan Nance. One of the 3-time district and state champions on this roster for Nolensville, trying to plate the game's first run. He's 1 for 2 in the regional. Getting the start in center field today. Like most Nolensville teams over the years, this is a deep bunch. 11 of their 12 players can pitch. 10 have hit home runs. And there's so much talent up and down this roster. And Nance is one of 4 players who have won a district and state title 3 straight years.
That's impressive. That's thoroughly impressive.
Burklight's 1-1 pitch. Foul back, 1-2. What do you like about Burklight's mix here so far?
I mean, it's just compact. You can see that he's been around a major league pitcher because it's just very smooth, calm mechanics, leg up, and he gets to the same spot over and over again, which is crucial to being able to locate the ball 46 feet away. And so you'll see just nice leg up, not a whole lot of movement, and then he gets down the hill with that front shoulder.
And spoiling a breaking ball there. Count rides along at 1-2.
He's got a little cut on the fastball. He's got like I'll call it a slider, but it's more of a cutter, short, tight, compact.
Uriah Burklight looking for the 2nd out of the inning. Won't get it here. Ethan Nance at the plate, 2-2 count. Ethan's dad is the dugout coach, Ryan. His wife, Jenny. Ethan, one of 5 kids in the family. His dad played baseball at Butler, and Ryan, back in the day, set the freshman home run record at the school.
Got some athletes sitting in the stands watching this game.
Kay at second, the 2-2 pitch. Just got a piece of it. If nothing else, Ethan Nance is elevating Burklight's pitch count. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Making some really nice swings, fastballs in and out, and he's been fouling them off. Let's see what Burklight chooses to do, see if he goes back to that slider or he moves a fastball in.
It's upstairs. There are 2 pitchers who cannot throw today for Alabama, Kinley Rasmus and Jeremiah Taylor. Everyone else would be available. Walked him. Oh no, it's a late punch up. Ethan Nance thought it was ball 4. The home plate umpire, Tony Calcagno, says, oh no you don't. Strike 3 called, 2 down.
I think everybody thought it was ball 4. Breaking ball left elevated. You can see the reaction of the catcher. Brooks Cameron thought that it was going to be ball 4.
So now that's something that, the players have to take note of as the game goes on. You just saw where the strike zone limits reach.
Yeah, that one was a little bit more elevated than I think anybody expected, but we've seen the strike zone. There's a little bit on the edges to be had if these guys can find a way to work getting the fastball away. There's a little bit more on the edges than they're probably normally expecting.
Mark Carter and Bill Packard, base coaches. Carter at third, Packard at first, as Alexander Fields comes to the plate for Nolensville, Tennessee. He is having a good regional so far, 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored in the Virginia game. It took parts of 2 days to play out. And he bats in the 7th spot in this order, but coaches will tell you he's the heart and soul of the team. Chopper to second, backhanded nicely by Kason Smith. That was a pretty defensive play to get Alabama out of the inning. So another extra base hit for Nolensville, Tennessee, but they come up empty.
Kason Smith, short backhand, makes the play. Alabama gets out of the inning.
Back here in Warner Robins, Georgia, alongside Greg Olson, 1989 American League Rookie of the Year. I'm Clay Mathick. Last year, this regional was won by Irmo Little League out of Irmo, South Carolina. Irmo's still alive after getting beat by Florida last night. We will see Irmo back on the field in an elimination game later this afternoon. Loser of this one plays again today against Georgia around 4:30 Eastern. And the winner will take on Florida 2 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow on ESPN. Julian Frazier laying out. And no chance to get a very speedy Cam Lee. He's aboard to start the inning for Alabama.
Great effort. Cam Lee swinging at first pitch, drives it into the hole. Julian Frazier lays out and just unable to get up quick enough to make a throw.
Alabama's approach at the plate has been pretty obvious here so far. They are offering at the first pitch. In fact, 5 of the first 6 hitters have offered at the first pitch, including Brooks Cameron on that bunt attempt.
Well, you know you're going to get strikes. All right, you got a strike throwing machine out there in Carter Clark. So what you're going to do to counter that is to try to attack him early.
And Cameron hit by a pitch, so
Not
2 on and nobody out. Carter Clark on a bit of a jam for the first time today, as Leighton Burt will stand in.
Brooks Cameron is trying to bunt Cam Lee over. So let's see if they're going to do the same thing with Leighton Burke.
Burt Again, swinging at the first pitch. Great play by Frazier. Going back on the left field grass. Makes a little leaping effort to bring in the first out.
See, I mean, that's just absolutely flawless. You can see the drop step. He does not backpedal at all, or else he does not get to that ball. Drop steps, turns and runs, and then just a perfect timing on the jump. Big first out.
And now C.J. Harrison Jr. C.J. Harrison Jr. 2 for 2 against North Carolina. Youngest player on the roster, 11 years old.
Coaches say he is quiet but super confident. Hit .429 in state.
Going the other way, just foul. Just a great piece of hitting there again, staying back.
Yeah, really is. You've seen just great approaches. Pitchers have good ideas of location of where they're throwing, and these hitters are trying to make the adjustment of staying inside the ball and looking to use all fields.
Didn't mean to. Could be a tough play for Clark. In time at first base. Carter Clark pouncing off the mound to get that swinging bunt for the second out.
And he had no time on this. Swinging bunt. Carter Clark jumps off the mound, feels it, perfect throw down the line.
Cam Lee goes to third, Brooks Cameron to second, and Riker Rasmus will try to get the runs in with 2 down. Riker Rasmus 0 for 1 in the regional. Was on last year's regional team as a 10-year-old. Mom Shay, sister Ellie, and of course Dad Case is the manager, former minor leaguer. Looping liner, it's going to get down for a base hit. Lee scores. They are going to hold Cameron. And Phoenix City takes a 1-0 lead.
Well, it wasn't hit very hard, but it was well placed. Sinking line drive into center field. Cam Lee scores easily. Another guy who got out to cover the outside part of the plate. Takes it right back to center field.
Well, scoring first has benefited the teams here in the Southeast Regional to the tune of 6 wins in 7 games. As Lorenzo Quintero comes on, and taking second base without a throw is Riker Rasmus. So second and third again, 2 outs for Quintero. 0 for 2 in the regional. We've seen some really good speed in this regional,
yeah.
And this is another guy who can fly. Quintero out of that left-hand batter's box. You know, Case Rasmus told us he might be the quickest 12-year-old he's ever seen.
It's a nice left-handed swing, too.
0-2, 2 outs, 2 on. 1-0 Alabama. You know, this Alabama team played so well last year, but they were so young. 8 11-year-olds, 1 10-year-old. Case Rasmus said, you know, we were just babies. Now we feel experienced, and we feel like this is ours for the taking.
Yeah, well, they ran through the state tournament in Alabama, scoring 37 runs and only giving up 3.
Trying to make the Little League World Series for the first time since '99. Line drive foul.
How's this guy batting 10th? I mean, that is just a great swing.
Parents Gus and Kayla. Gus Quintero, the bench coach for Phoenix City. And he's on active duty in the U.S. Army. Comebacker through, base hit. Brooks Cameron scores. They are going to hold Riker Rasmus. Going to second is Quintero. He takes an extra base on the throw, and it's 2-0 Phoenix City.
I talked about it. This is just a sweet left-handed swing. He gets down and covers the outside part of the plate, takes it right back up the box. And these guys are not going to try Ethan Nance's arm. You can see that laser he throws into from center field. Got a lot of navigating to do over at the third base coach's box. You're stopping
Sure
one,
do.
you're getting the other one to keep going.
And now time is called. Mark Carter comes out for a chat. 2 running in for Phoenix City. Back-to-back Alabama State champs. 3 hits in the inning.
Yeah, this is just like timeout in football. Coach comes out, settles everything down, let's get on the same page on how we're pitching, what's going on, how's the pitcher feel. You know, get an opinion from the catcher. Get everybody back and motivated and on the same page.
This offense knows how to pile on runs too. You alluded to it, what Alabama did in the state tournament. I mean, they just blew everybody out. And once they get on a roll, this offense is hard to slow down. Another left-handed hitter, Cooper Champion. He calls time, and it's granted by the home plate umpire. Cooper carries a dime in his back pocket for luck. That dime isn't worth what it used to be. But he has had a lot of good luck this season for sure. Looking for his first hit of the regional. Base hit, might plate 2 more. Riker Rasmus at third, Lorenzo Quintero at second. Another guy that has a great left-handed swing. He has popped to all fields. Good discipline there. Count is 3-1. They appeal. The third base umpire Mark Ruley says no, he did not go.
Yeah, really nice take, able to lay off that high fastball.
3-1 pitch. Inside, walked him. Base is full for the number 12 hitter, Jeremiah Taylor.
I don't mind that. You know, you got an open base. You just navigate the strike zone a little bit. You've seen Carter Clark's ability to locate pitches inside and outside the zone. All right, you know what? If I don't get ahead, let's just move on, walk the guy, get to the next hitter, see what happens.
Big cut by Taylor. Jeremiah Taylor 0 for 2 in the regional, but he has had some clutch moments during this run to the regional play. And a walk-off squeeze bunt during the state tournament.
How often have you ever said that in your career?
Not very many times. Hit on the hands, pulled foul. So now 2 strikes. Yeah, walk-off squeeze bunt to win it.
Yeah. Not very often. You walk
Only in
off
Little
single, walk off home run. Yep, only in Little League. Walk off squeeze punt.
Breaking ball flipped into right field. Tough play coming on Callan Williams. Started back and ends up catching it coming toward the infield. Good inning for Phoenix City. They get 2 and lead it after 2. Find Little League on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at the official handles at Little League. Don't forget to use hashtag LLWS. Little League World Series just 11 days away, starts August 19th. And we're so happy to bring it to you on ABC and ESPN again this year. He's Greg Olson. I'm Clay Matvick. You never played in the Little League World Series, did you?
I did not.
Was it a dream of yours back then?
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, to get to Williamsport was it. I think my Little League All-Stars won state and then went to sectionals, regionals.
Max Kelly is going to be safe. Hit it sharply to Riker Rasmus at first base. Glances off his body, so it's an infield hit for Kelly.
This ball's hit very hard. Riker Rasmus does a nice job of trying to get it up and body it up, but it just gets away too far. Check out Uriah Burklight covering first base on that. Only person available to do that. Great execution.
The Alabama infield is going to come together to talk some defensive strategy here, and we also may have a challenge. Yeah, there is going to be a challenge.
Sure looked on my first take that he was safe, but with that throw coming from that angle, the base runner looked like he slowed down a little bit. And talk about Max Kelly. Let's see if we get another look.
From that angle, it looked like he was safe.
Yep, I tend to agree.
Yeah, he's going to be safe. Max Kelly, good hustle. He is the youngest player on the Nolensville team, just 10 years old. And Riker Rasmus, the first baseman that he hit it to, remember last year he was 10 years old, playing for Phoenix City. And been covering this tournament for a long time, 15 years or so, and I can count on one hand the number of 10-year-olds that I've covered in the Little League World Series run-up. And these are two of the best, obviously, we've seen, and it's just unusual. Teams generally don't take kids that young. It says something about how good they are now and their potential, too.
That's exactly it. I mean, you're not going to take a 10-year-old if he is not going to help your team. At this point, you're looking for all the help you can get on the mound and at the plate. And that says that these 10-year-olds that are out on this field are very, very good baseball players.
So if this is upheld, this is going to be a lost challenge for Phoenix City, Alabama. Coaches get 2 unsuccessful challenges. And so this is possibly a lost challenge here for the Rasmus boys.
Yeah, you get as many successful challenges as you want, but as soon as you lose 2, you are done challenging for the day. This is not like Major League Baseball, Clay, where they have a little TV near the dugout and they can get feedback real quick on what to review, what not to look at.
Still, it went fairly quickly, and as we suspected, Max Kelly is safe with that infield single. Now J.B. Carter for Nolensville. This young man and his family have been through a lot this year. Carter is playing in memory of his mother, Emily. We talked about his dad, Mark. His brother, Nash, who's 15. Sister, Killian, who's 7. She lost her battle with cancer back in the wintertime. The league planting a tree at the ballpark in Emily's memory this spring, and it's been a hard year.
Yeah.
And they've really kept it together as a family through some really hard times. Dad Mark, the third base coach, 47 years old. He is an associate athletic director at Vanderbilt. He was the coach on the 2022 and 2023 teams that went to Williamsport. Hearts go out to that family. The 0-2 pitch. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 3. Carter tried to hold up, but Burklight gets his 3rd strikeout.
Well, when you keep getting ahead with the fastball away, then all of a sudden this breaking ball that starts in that same tunnel looks like a fastball early, and you get the bat started to try to protect against the fastball away, and ends up being a nice slider diving off the plate.
Hollis Smith getting his first plate appearance of this ball game. He's hitless in the regional, but has a run batted in.
No, he doesn't have an official at bat.
That's right.
A couple of hit by pitches.
Son of Jennifer and Jay. Hollis Smith, another guy that we could see on the mound perhaps today. Struck out 11 over 4 1/3 innings in the run-up to this regional. And now Mark Carter wants a chat with one out and a man on. So what was the gist of that conversation with an 0-2 count?
Everything's fine. You can hit with 2 strikes. You're an excellent hitter. Choke up a little bit. You can see the bad handle at the bottom. Stay disciplined. Find a way to get on base. You could just see a little bit of emotion set in after that second strike hit the mitt.
3 hits so far for Nolensville. They had a dozen in that game over 2 days against Virginia. 10-2 final. Man on at first, it's Max Kelly. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, got him. Back-to-back strikeouts for Uriah Berklight.
4th strikeout on the day. Moves that fastball in. Tries to get in under the hands of Hollis Smith and executes the pitch perfectly.
The catcher, Brady Packard. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run batted in game 1. His dad is the manager, Bill. He is in the first base coach's box. Michelle's his mom. He is the oldest of 2. Here's Dad. Hails from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin. He was telling us how much he loves the Brewers.
If he won the lottery, he would buy the Brewers.
I'm sure his dad would be the first one to buy tickets. 1-1. Bunted, foul. And now it's 1-2. Packard is number 11 in this order. Carter Clark would like to get a chance to hit here this inning. One-two pitch. So now over 40 pitches is Uriah Berklight, but he has been solid. Nolensville hit a couple of balls hard, one in the first and one in the second inning. Extra base hits for Williams and Kay, but nothing to show for it. Nolensville just hasn't been able to string their hits together. Another strikeout. Berklight strikes out the side. Tennessee comes up with nothing in the 3rd.
Uriah Berklight punches out the side. Fastball up and in, located perfectly. Punch out.
We celebrate the MLB Little League Classic.
You get kids, you get big leaguers being kids. It's one of those days that brings Little League full circle.
These kids are having an absolute blast.
I wish I got to play in a stadium like this.
It's everything we said it would be and a lot more.
You are making memories for a lifetime.
The winner of this 8-team regional here in the Southeast advances to the Little League World Series, which starts in Williamsport on the 19th. And, of course, as part of all the festivities there again this year, the Little League Classic. New pitcher for Nolensville, Tennessee, it's Hollis Smith.
Hollis gets out there, clean inning, jack of all trades for this Nolensville team. Good fastball, nice off speed.
He replaces Carter Clark. Phoenix City, the first time through the order, scores 2 runs. They came last inning after Cam Lee got the party started with a leadoff single. Easton Allen 0 for 1, flew out to center field his first time. 1 for 2 in the regional with a couple of walks and a run batted in. Allen is the oldest of 2 kids for Diana and Josh. He has a brother, Levi. He is an Atlanta Braves fan, as the kids down in this part of the country are. Boy, are the Braves red hot right now. Down the line, and that's going to get over the head of Leighton Burke for extra bases. Watch Easton Allen go. Digging for third, and he'll get there. Leadoff triple for Phoenix City, Alabama. It comes off the bat of Easton Allen.
Just another great approach at the plate, short stride. Stays inside this ball, carves it out to right field. And once he hits this thing, he is thinking triple right out of the batter's box. Man, he was flying.
Alabama has swung at the first pitch in 9 of 13 plate appearances. As I say that, Kinley Rasmus decides to hold off. But the approach has been jump on the pitch early.
Yeah, they're attacking early on. They do not want to get behind in the count.
Rasmus had a strong single to left field her first time up. She is 4 for 4 in the regional with a double and a couple of runs batted in. Popped up. Foul ground. Third baseman Easton Allen makes the catch. Goes back to the infield. Excuse me, J.B. Carter, pardon me, makes the catch. And that is the first out.
Navigate the base runner, the coach and the batters in the coach's box. Clay, you kind of surprised they're not bringing the infield in right here?
Line drive to right field. Allen scores. Uriah Burklight delivers a bingo to right field to help his cause.
Another first pitch swing, another first pitch swing to the opposite field.
To answer your question, Greg, I still think Nolensville feels very confident in their ability to score runs. They've had some good swings today against Burklight, but now they're down 3-0.
I mean, I understand it, but once you get that first out, you get Kinsley out on a pop-up in the infield, you're going, I got a chance to take it away if you move the infield in, but didn't matter. Line drive to right field, nobody was going to get to anyway.
So 1 out for Kason Smith, who grounded out to second. 2 runs in the second, 1 here in the third for Phoenix City, Alabama. The winner will play Florida tomorrow in the regional semifinals at 2 Eastern on ESPN. And you know that's part of the excitement surrounding this winner's bracket game too. The opportunity to be on national TV tomorrow.
I'm excited.
Did you ever play on TV as a little leaguer?
No. No. Yes, I don't think
Back in
ESPN,
your day, you probably didn't play very many games as a collegiate on TV.
I think we played 1. They wanted to see Bo Jackson. So ESPN was out there in Auburn. We were playing Kentucky.
Two and two to Kason Smith. Smith's pitch. What a play by Frazier to get there, but he won't have a throw. Burklight beat the would-be throw to second base easily. And it's an infield bingo for Kason Smith. Third hit of the inning for Alabama.
Kason Smith, sweet left-handed swing. Takes it into the 56 hole. Julian Frazier lays out, just cannot come up with it clean.
Cam Lee had a similar hit that Frazier stopped in the second inning. An infield hit for Lee. He's up again. 2 for 4 in the regional. Cam Lee. That's to the backstop. The runners will advance 60 feet. Boy, this Alabama offense is rolling. Outside. Cam Lee, an outstanding center fielder. His parents, Carla and Christopher. They say he is the strongest player on the roster. And football might be his calling. I mean, a great baseball player for sure, but an excellent quarterback. Wants to play in the NFL. Coach Gus Quintero says, we think he's a 5-star quarterback.
Yeah, so he's going to be the next 5-star quarterback in Alabama. Hopefully not going to Alabama, going to Auburn, but.
That's going to be ball 4. Burklight made a charge for home, and now here he comes. And they've got him. Good defense by Nolensville as Burklight is thrown out at the plate. Kason Smith was off the bag at second, and that drew the throw. We may have an obstruction call, though.
I thought the catcher bobbled it, and it fell into his lap.
Case Rasmus coming down. Talk with home plate umpire Tony Calcagno. Here's the whole play, and a lot to unpack here. It was ball 4, but then you see Kason Smith kind of ran Burklight off of third base, draws the throw, and then the tag out at home plate. There was a bobble there.
That's what I saw. I saw the ball come loose, even though he had it in his lap. It's not maintaining the possession of the ball. But, and there he is reaching for the ball right there. Now, did it stay in the glove? If it stayed in the glove, then he's out.
Now remember, Alabama has already lost one challenge, so if they challenge here and it's not successful, they would be out of challenges. And Alabama has officially challenged, so there's a lot on the line here in many ways. Tennessee desperately needing the out, and Alabama doesn't want to lose all of its challenges here with several innings left to play.
I mean, it could be 4-0 and 1 out and traffic all over the bases still, or it's 3-0, 2 outs. So that's what it comes down to. Nice job by Nolensville with the throw down to second, throw back to home plate, right on the mark. My question is, does this ball come out of the glove on the tag? He is definitely out right there, but now you're going to start to see the ball come loose. And Brady Packard reaching for it. But a home plate umpire Calcagno is right on top of it.
It's going to be hard to overturn, I think.
Well, we had one look from high home.
Yeah, we thought originally maybe there was a challenge on potential obstruction by the catcher, but the challenge is on the call at home plate. The call was an out. Alabama has challenged it.
Yeah, I think the ball stayed in the glove. It just looked like it had gotten rattled loose. But the throw took Brady Packard into the line, which keeps obstruction off the table. He had the ball secure and right in the baseline where he needed to be.
This is the second Alabama challenge. The first one was unsuccessful, so if this one is unsuccessful, Alabama would be out of challenges for the rest of regulation.
I just don't see enough on that review in the replay to
I
overturn it. I
agree.
I saw the ball get rattled, but it looks, after all these great looks that we're getting, that the ball stayed in the glove.
I think this is going to stay 3-0 Alabama. The umpires, Mark Rulli at third, Dale Wheeler at second, Todd Boyd the first base umpire, and Tony Calcagno has been calling the balls and strikes. Remember, the umpires are volunteers too, and they've done a great job, and they have come to their decision. Call was out at home, and Alabama is officially out of challenges unless we go into extra innings.
That's a big, big play. Go from bases loaded, 1 out, to now first and second and 2 outs.
So Brooks Cameron comes up, hit by a pitch and a run scored for his day. 3-0 Alabama, 2 down. First pitch from Hollis Smith sails high. Remember, Hollis Smith came on in relief of Carter Clark to start the inning. Easton Allen started the inning with a triple and has already scored. Winner trying to punch a ticket to the Little League World Series. Florida standing in the way. Florida in that semifinal tomorrow afternoon at 2 Eastern. Was really impressed by the team from Tallahassee last night.
Yeah, they were really solid, well coached, good arms.
2-1 pitch to Cameron, way outside. 3-1, and Leighton Berg is on deck.
I feel like Hollis Smith felt like about 5 minutes between throwing pitches. He feels like he just needs to kind of get back into that routine that he was in.
Cameron will take his base. Alabama has him loaded. And Bird, who had a base hit taken away his last time up on a nice catch by Julian Frazier at short, will come to the plate for the second time. First, we're going to have a visit on the mound.
Yeah, we saw somebody running down to the bullpen for Nolensville, trying to get things moving. Coach Mark Carter out there to give some advice. Try to get Hollis Smith back in that groove that he was in.
Bruce Kay is loosening up, but they're going to stay with Hollis Smith for right now. Three hits in the inning. One run already across. Bases loaded, and Leighton Byrd at the plate. 0 for 4 in the regional. And again, first pitch swinging. 0-1. He is a dirt track racer when he's not playing baseball. Leighton Byrd. His time is called. And now we're going to get a pinch runner for Brooks Cameron. He's the catcher. Remember, you know, with 2 outs, they can pinch run for the catcher and pitcher just to keep things moving along.
Yeah.
And so the last out was
Kinley
Rasmus, so she'll take first base.
Might be the play at home plate. Might be, but that's the pitcher, Uriah Burklight. So it would go back to Kinley Rasmus, the last out.
Yeah, they're saying that Burklight,
well, you don't want to pinch run your pitcher.
Needs to be out there as the pinch runner, but yeah, he's the pitcher. So they've just decided to put Brooks Cameron back at first base.
Well, you don't want to pinch run your pitcher.
Yeah. So this is Leighton Byrd at the plate, the 0-1 count. 0-2. Hollis Smith, what a victory it would be if he can get out of this inning without any further damage.
Yeah, there's been a lot of traffic so far. Started out with a triple, a couple of singles, couple of walks. To get out of this with only 1 run given up.
Good discipline there at home plate by Burt, because it bears repeating, these games get late quickly because it's just 6 innings in Little League.
Yeah, that's why I was a little surprised that Nolensville was not bringing the infield in earlier this inning.
1-2 popped up behind home plate. Catcher has the mask off. Brady Packard puts it away. Hollis Smith pounds his glove, says thank you very much. Let's get back to the dugout. Nolensville, the moral victory there, down just 3 after. Here's a look at the bracket in Warner Robins, Georgia, home of the Southeast region. Southeast Park, just a beautiful place to watch Little League baseball. Winner of this game will take on Florida tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock Eastern in Sunday's semifinal game. And the loser of this one comes back later in the afternoon today, facing elimination, taking on Georgia. In between, we are going to have South Carolina and Virginia. That's also an elimination game. Irmo, South Carolina, they won this region a year ago. Ground ball, first pitch. Carter Clark puts it in play, and he is retired. As Uriah Burklight has allowed no runs the first time through the Nolensville order.
Yeah, he had a long break for that half inning. Feels like he was sitting on the bench for a while. First pitch, first out. Gets him to settle back in. You can see a low pitch count of 43.
Let's see what Tennessee can do second time around. Comebacker. Julian Frazier is going to be thrown out quickly. Uriah Burklight. How efficient is that? 2 outs on 2 pitches.
Well, he used up a bunch of pitches last inning on punching out the side, so nothing better than 2 pitches, 2 outs. A little cut fastball down and away. Very routine ground ball back to the pitcher.
Callan Williams doubled against Burklight his first time up. One of the 3 hits for Nolensville. They have a couple of extra base hits, just haven't strung anything together. Yet they're still in this ball game. Think about this, Greg. Alabama has left them loaded twice in this one. In the second and in the third, their lead is only 3.
Yeah, Nolensville able to escape a couple of jams.
Burklight has thrown 4 pitches this inning. Tennessee has swung at all of them. Make it 5. That one will be foul.
I don't know how to take that as a pitcher. You know, I know I'm in the zone. I'm making good pitches because they're swinging. But, but does it look that good that everybody wants to swing at everything I throw?
Ooh, just off the plate. You can see the catcher, Brooks Cameron. He thought that was strike 3. So did Burklight.
So did I. Brooks Cameron was set up off the plate. Burklight left it a little bit over the plate, I thought.
Ground ball, Kinley Rasmus, and that is a beautiful inning. 7 pitches for Uriah Burklight to shut down 12-1 and 2 in the Nolensville order. Back here in Warner Robins, this Southeast Park is one of the best manicured Little League facilities you're going to find in the country. And it's been a pleasure to be here the last few days. We're working our way to the middle part of this regional tournament. And the winner will go on to Williamsport, take part in those festivities. Starts there on August the 19th. And right now, Alabama leading Tennessee 3-0 in this winner's bracket game. C.J. Harrison to lead it off for Phoenix City, and he drives it deep to left field. That is going to run up against the wall for Harrison. Stand-up double to start the 4th for Phoenix City.
And in a shocking development, swung at the first pitch. Gets a fastball up and in, spins on it, takes it deep to left center. So when you got a team that is swinging at first pitches all the time, you try to do something different. Throw a breaking ball first pitch, throw a changeup, try to throw a wrinkle into it.
13 times Phoenix City is offered at the first pitch in this game, and We're in the 4th inning.
Well, I mean, I was always aware of guys that were first pitch swingers, so I would not go with a fastball in a predictable spot. I might throw a first pitch breaking ball. I might throw a first pitch changeup. I'll just throw a wrinkle in. But for a whole team to go up and look first pitch swinging, it's hard to consistently go out there at this age and throw breaking balls for a strike just to counter their approach.
Riker Rasmus at the plate. He's going to try and move the runner to third, and he will. Riker Rasmus, he takes quality at bats. 11 years old, but he's so well coached. And an RBI single his first time up. He gets Harrison over to third. C.J. Harrison now with 3 hits in the regional. Went 2 for 2 against North Carolina, 1 for 2 today. And if Alabama can get Harrison in, what a big run that would be.
Yeah, Quintero showed bunt last time that he was at the plate. Let's see J.B. Carter way up on the grass.
And bang, bang play at first, but Quintero gets the run in. His second RBI today. Very productive at bat. That is great baseball for Phoenix City.
Really is, and I'm going to go back to it again. Nolensville elects to keep the middle of the infield back. They had the corners in. And Quintero just takes a ground ball back up the middle. Great play at second base by Max Kelly, but scores the run, makes it 4-0 now.
Quintero, 2 runs batted in. And now Cooper champion. Walked and was stranded in the 2nd inning. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Two in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, and 1 again here in the 4th for the Alabama State champs. As Hollis Smith hits it a swing and a miss here from Champion. The 1-2. Got it. So it's a quick inning, but Alabama manufactures another one.
They manufactured it, got the job done.
We go to the 5th inning, and Tennessee needs to get it going offensively. Down 4-0 now. Remember, the loser of this game has to come back later today and play Georgia at around 4:30 in an elimination game. And so you're really up against it if you can't get the victory here.
You really are, and you can't use any of the pitchers that you have used this morning. Little League has another great rule. They do a great job with the pitch counts. They have another great rule that you are not allowed to pitch in 2 games on the same day. So even if you stay under the 20 pitch limit to come back the next game, you cannot do it the same day.
Lincoln Franks to lead it off for Nolensville, Tennessee. The 3-hole hitter. He'll be followed by Hudson Van Horn and Bruce Kay. Kay has a double today. But collectively, Tennessee with just 3 hits against Uriah Burklight. And his pitch count 51. He has thrown 41 strikes. I mean, he is just pounding the zone. 0-2 to Franks, who grounded out his first time up against Burklight. He goes down swinging this time, 1 away. That is strikeout number 6.
You can see Brooks Cameron giving him the high target behind home plate, trying to get that up and in. Burklight doesn't quite get it there, but gets it up out of the zone. Franks cannot lay off. So well coached.
Now they're going to make a change here. They want. So they are going to make the move here because he started under the threshold. He's only going to have to rest 2 days. And so they're thinking long term here with Uriah Burklight.
Yeah, either bring him back on Monday or Tuesday in the championship game if they are able to win this and tomorrow.
So he goes 50 or less today, so 2 days of rest needed. And a pitching change. Easton Allen starting to warm up. We'll talk about him when we come. Second appearance of the regional for Easton Allen. He threw against North Carolina and threw 2 shutout innings. So this is the right man for the job.
Yeah, crossbody thrower, kind of an awkward delivery, but you can see what he did in game 1 against North Carolina. 2 innings pitched, 2 punch outs, no runners allowed. Fastball is going to be in the upper 60s, touched probably 68. It's going to be very uncomfortable at bats for these right-handed hitters of Nolensville.
Easton Allen, first pitch to Hudson Van Horn, who was 0 for 1, flew out to right field back in the second. Nolensville down 4, trying to avoid having to play 2 games today.
It's a very curious move for me, Clay. I understand you want to bring your guy back on Monday, but Burklight's dealing. These guys are 11 and 12 years old. You do not know what you're getting on any given day.
Good breaking ball for strike 1.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, even at the big league level, you got a guy dealing. You don't know what you're bringing in from the bullpen, if he's on or not. You know Uriah Burklight was on.
Burklight at third base now. Down and in, 3-1. But to be able to protect him so he can come back and pitch, in a championship scenario, that's huge for Alabama. 3 balls, 1 strike to Hudson Van Horn. First baseman. And walked him. So there you go. Uriah Burklight didn't allow a walk his entire time on the mound. And the first hitter that Allen sees, he gives a free pass to, and that'll bring up Bruce Kay, who doubled against Burklight his only time up.
Yeah, it's just a lot of trust you're putting on Easton Allen to come in after what Burklight had done. But these coaches know these players better than I do. Just got to try to find a way, if you're Alabama, to get 5 more outs.
A couple of hits in the regional for Kay. You think about how Nolensville has been affected by that rain we had on Thursday night. Forced them to play essentially one game over the course of 2 days, and they would have to come back again tonight if they lose because of that rain delay. It's a seeing eye single for Bruce Kay. Rolls into right field, back-to-back base runners here for Nolensville, Tennessee. The walk to Van Horn, the base hit for Kay. They've got it going here with one out in the fifth.
Bruce Kay, second hit today. Nice left-handed swing, rolls one through the 43 hole.
That's a strike to Ethan Nance. We're playing 3 games here today in Warner Robins, trying to catch up from that rain we had Thursday night. And it's unfortunate that a team here on Saturday has to play twice.
Yeah, it really is, because they're not going to be able to use the same pitchers again. They're going to have to take about 4 hours, come back to the ballpark, play again. But that is the one good aspect of travel ball. These guys are used to going back to the hotel for a couple hours, catching a nap, doing something, laying easy.
They've done it before. 0-2 to Nance, who struck out his first time up. Sprays this one foul. Ethan Nance, guitar player, outdoorsman, trying to deliver a big hit for Nolensville, playing from behind, and they have been since the second inning. Allen's 0-2. Ground ball left side. That's through for a base hit. Back-to-back base knocks as Nolensville goes station to station. And now they are loaded for Alexander Fields as the feel of this game has completely changed since Uriah Burklight left the mound.
It's a nice two-strike approach. Short stride, short compact swing, gets to the fastball down. Wow, what a great block. Brooks Cameron back there.
Alexander Fields 0 for 1 with a ground out. Ground out would score a run most likely, but I mean, Tennessee would love to see something run to the gap. Just off the plate. Remember yesterday, Georgia and West Virginia played. West Virginia had that 4-0 lead in the fourth. They made a pitching change, ended up losing that game.
Yeah,
5-4. This kind of has similar vibes right now, but a long way to go. That's a strike at the knees. 2-1. Kind of knew Nolensville. Their offense just too good to stay this quiet for too long.
Yeah, these guys are too disciplined to keep those bats quiet.
2-2.
The 2-1 breaking ball. Dots the outside corner.
Two hits in the regional for Fields. Has the bases loaded with one out. Tried the outside corner again and missed. Full count. Easton Allen on in relief for Phoenix City, Alabama. Has worked himself into a tight spot, trying to wiggle out of it. Ground ball to short. Kinley Rasmus to second for one, and that's all they'll get as a run scores. Van Horn comes in to put Tennessee on the board. It's 4-1.
Rasmus tries to turn two in the middle. Ball was fairly well hit. Nice turn at second base by Kason Smith.
So now runners at the corners for Max Kelly, who has an infield single to his credit today. That came in the third inning. Another off-speed pitch in there for a strike.
See if Nolensville tries to do something. Runners on first and third, try to steal a run.
1-1 to Kelly. That's high, 2-1. Good breaking ball. And at the bottom of the zone, that is called a strike. So now 2-2 to Kelly with 2 outs.
Easton Allen flipping a really nice curveball in there, back door.
Kelly swings, pops it up. Rasmus calling for it, and the inning is over. So a big threat for Nolensville, Tennessee, their biggest of the game, but they're going to have to settle for 1. Halfway through the 5th, 4-1 Alabama. Little League and ESPN are proud members of the Aspen Institute's Project Play 6330, which is focused on getting 63% of kids playing sports by 2030. Visit littleleague.org/projectplay to learn more. Are we going to get a pitching change here, Greg Olson? Because it looks like Nolensville is thinking about it. I don't even know that the players know for sure, but yeah, we are going to get a new pitcher.
Well, Hollis Smith went out and threw about 4 warm-ups, and middle of the warm-up, Bruce Kay came walking out. I think that's allowed. I mean, I'm not quite sure if Bruce Kay gets the full complement of pitches, but this is Little League. I would hope that he does. He only got 2. But
so Bruce Kay is the new pitcher.
Don't see that very often.
Son of Johnny and Jennifer Kay. Johnny played for Tim Corbett at Vanderbilt. He was one of the original Vandy boys. So he's got to be feeling very comfortable in these uniforms. All right, so here we go. It is lockdown time for Bruce Kay in Nolensville, Tennessee, as they've been able to scratch a runoff and make it a 3-run deficit as Phoenix City hits here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Jeremiah Taylor, Easton Allen, and Kinley Rasmus, 12, 1, and 2 in the order. Carter Clark at third base now for Nolensville. Fly ball left field. Coming in, Alexander Fields has those sunglasses on, and he makes the catch. That's another thing that the fielders are dealing with here this time of the day. Sun is a bit of a challenge.
It is, and that was a nice job out in left field by Alexander Fields. The sun should be getting close to in his eyes, and doesn't have the sunglasses on top of the hat. He's got him on his face, keeps that sun out of his eyes.
Scorch toward the gap in right center. Easton Allen heading to second, thinking about third. There he goes, shifts into high gear. He's in there slotting. Second triple for Easton Allen.
What a threat at the top of the order. No stride, gets that foot down, hammers this ball to right center, and again, showing off those wheels, just motoring around second base.
How valuable is Easton Allen for this Phoenix City team? A couple of triples today. He's also the pitcher on the mound right now in a clutch point in the ball game, and Nolensville has decided to walk Kinley Rasmus to set up a potential double play, and they're going to take their chances with Uriah Berklight.
Berklight's 1 for 2 and 2 for 5 on the tournament. Got the corner, got third base in on the grass, way in on the grass.
You should also know that the pitcher is charged 4 pitches on an intentional walk, even if he doesn't actually throw them.
Carter Clark is in unsafe territory right now at third base.
Strike to Berklight. Runner goes, and Rasmus there without a throw. You've talked all game about how Nolensville has missed some opportunities to maybe draw that infield in. They're certainly doing it now.
Yeah, they brought him in now. But
strike to Berklight. He's behind in the count here, 0-2. Drove in a run with an RBI single back in the third. Base hit here might plate 2 more for Alabama. 2 on, 1 out. The 0-2 pitch coming. Some of the fans for the Tallahassee, Florida team in attendance here watching this game with vested interest. They know they're going to have to take on the winner of this one tomorrow.
He's got a little split finger grip behind his back.
Look out. That backs off Berklight, 1-2.
Don't usually see that. Sure, he probably does not throw a split-fingered fastball at this age.
Kay gets the ground ball, but it's through left side. Coming home is Allen. And it's now 5-1. Phoenix City. Uriah Berklight with his second run batted in of the day. Kinley Rasmus goes to third.
Just so disciplined. Another Alabama hitter with a real short stride, short stroke, quick to the baseball. Drives it through the drawn-in infield. Nolensville's going to play infield a little bit back, trying to get a double play ball. First base is back, which not quite understanding why. You got to take away this run. You only got 3 outs left to play with.
That is a big run for Alabama. Now, you know, a potential grand slam would only tie it.
Yeah.
I mean, that fourth run is huge.
Yeah, no, that's the way you look at things at the major league level is, hey, you can get it within a grand slam, you got a shot. And right now, Alabama's ready to add 1 more.
Keep an eye on Uriah Berklight. He's at first base, has good wheels. We'll see if they try to get him in scoring position. Kinley Rasmus at third, Berklight at first, and this is Kason Smith at the plate. He bunts it back foul. Kason Smith delivered a big hit last year in this regional. Looking for more here. Oldest of 2 kids for Chad and Lindsay. Has a couple of hits here in the regional so far, 1 today. Gets it down. Play it first, not in time. Everybody safe. Bases loaded for Phoenix City. Safety squeeze, perhaps?
Yes. Safety squeeze, absolutely. Lays down the bunt. Kinley Rasmus is supposed to go as far as the third baseman. She stays back and plays it safe. Casey Smith flying down the line. Bunt single.
Third hit of the inning. And Cam Lee comes up with them loaded. Singled his last time. Excuse me, singled his first time up. Reached on a fielder's choice his last time around. Couple of hits in the regional. Ground ball and just foul. Just foul. So it was backhanded by Carter Clark. Cam Lee, here's a guy who could make this 9-1 real quick. 5 home runs he hit over a 4-game stretch during a tournament earlier this season. This guy has home run power. He bats number 5 in the order. And the strongest guy on this Phoenix City team. That hit him. 6-1. Or are they going to say foul ball?
Alabama's out of challenges. They can't challenge this if it hit him in the hand.
Tony Calcagno, the home plate umpire, saying it's a foul ball. So now 1-2 to lead. Ground ball off the pitcher. They're going to try and get the out at home. They do just in time. Off the ricochet. Great job by Julian Frazier.
Cam Lee goes out and covers this ball away. Goes off of Bruce Kay's glove. Frazier right there.
And again, you made this point, Greg Olson. Alabama probably would like to challenge that, but they're out.
Well, they challenged the hit by pitch. It looked like it hit him right in the hand. She looks like she's safe.
And so, without the challenge, 2 outs. And Brooks Cameron comes up. Bases still loaded. A 1-6-2 put up. Soft liner over the glove of the pitcher. And the out at first. Nice job charging Max Kelly to get Nolensville off the field. But Alabama tacks on another one. Last chance for the kid. Fans from Phoenix City, Alabama, hoping they are 3 outs away from moving on to a game with Florida tomorrow at 2 o'clock Eastern on ESPN. Nolensville, Tennessee, 1 run on 5 hits, no errors. 5 runs, 11 hits for Alabama. And they are 3 outs away from punching a ticket to the semifinals in the Southeast region. For Nolensville, it'll be J.B. Carter, Hollis Smith, and Brady Packard due up here in the 6th. They have all struck out in their only times to the plate today. Line drive, left field, good start. J.B. Carter with a base hit. Tennessee needs base runners, and the first one is J.B. Carter.
Nice piece of hit, and first pitch breaking ball goes up there and rifles it into left field.
Easton Allen came on in relief with 1 out in the 5th inning. After a great start by Uriah Burklight, he stays in there. Strike 1 to Hollis Smith. Throw to first. Back in time is Carter. Loser will be back to take on Georgia at 4:30. That's a strike, top of the zone. You see Hollis Smith a little disappointed by that call.
Yeah, he thought it was up, thought he had a good take. The second player here wearing 42 in honor of Jackie Robinson.
The 0-2 from Allen. Breaking ball knocked down nicely by Brooks Cameron. Comes up throwing, but into second is Carter. You know, as a base runner, you have to be very sure that that ball is far enough.
Yeah.
Because you can't afford it out on the bases right now if you're Tennessee.
Yeah, really nice read by J.B. Carter.
And now we're going to get a defensive substitution, perhaps. Now, coming in to left field is Cooper Champion. Jeremiah Taylor is going to head to the bench.
Probably getting Taylor to go down to the bullpen just in case.
Swung on and missed. Smith goes down on strikes for the second time. 1 away.
Big first out, Easton Allen. Fastball down bottom of the zone. We're going to see Jeremiah Taylor go down and get loose. He threw yesterday.
This is Brady Packard at the plate for Nolensville. The runner in scoring position. Swing and a miss. Packard a strikeout victim of Burklight's back in the 3rd. Check the swing, he went around. You know, Easton Allen, remember when he first came into the game last inning, kind of struggled settling in. Walked the first hitter he faced, ended up loading the bases, limited it to 1 run, but really since settling down, he has looked good.
Yeah, he has. He's found the zone. I mean, that was a big spot that he came in. I mean, nobody was on base, but Uriah Burklight had been dealing, and it's one thing to come in as a reliever knowing you're following a guy who has absolutely been lights out.
1 ball and 2 strikes to the 11th man in the order. Brady Packard popped up, and that's going to get out of play.
When you're down by 4, you got to find a way to get on base. Walks, hit by pitches, singles. You got to string something together. It's tough to string together 5 or 6 straight hits.
Just off the plate, 2-2. Easton Allen got that pitch called for a strike a couple of times last inning, but that was just a feather off more this time. 2-2. Good battle here with Packard and Allen.
As a pitcher, you feel like you're looking at Brady Packard in the batter's box, and he is right on home plate. So as a pitcher, you're feeling like, all right, I have to move the ball away. I have to work the ball away. And if that ball is just a little bit off, he is so disciplined at the plate. He has taken it.
Again, the 2-2. Just inside. Full count. And on deck is Carter Clark. He represents the bottom of the order. Nolensville trying to get it back to the top, and the leadoff man, Julian Frazier. Down 4 here in the 6th. Pitch number 8 of the at-bat. Ground ball to the pitcher. Ooh, throw that nearly got away. But a good job by Riker Rasmus to make the catch for the second out. Over to third goes Carter.
That's when the game's getting a little sped up for these players. Easton Allen easily has the out at first base. Double clutches because his first baseman, Riker Rasmus, has not gotten to the bag.
So they're going to make a move here. They're going to protect Easton Allen, who's now at 35 pitches. And they're going to be able to bring him back after 1 day of rest. So this is smart, too, if you're Alabama, thinking about what lays ahead in this region.
Yeah, but as I'm looking at it, if I have it right, the Monday game is the losers bracket, and they'll play the winner on Tuesday. So you're saving guys for a hypothetical Monday losers bracket game, hypothetically.
Harrison will pitch next. We'll talk about C.J. Harrison in the pitch here.
Coming out of left field, got down in the bullpen to warm up. Trying to get that last big out.
Yeah, I misspoke. I said it was Jeremiah Taylor. It was actually C.J. Harrison who came out of left field. So he's on the mound now with 2 outs, trying to get that final out and get Phoenix City on to the semifinals tomorrow. This is Carter Clark, the last man in this Nolensville order. They have 6 hits now, 1 run on 6 hits. They're down 4.
Harrison pitched yesterday through 5 pitches.
Florida getting the day off today. Strike in the outside corner. 2-1.
Big at bat right here. Carter Clark finds a way to get on. You got the top of the lineup coming up.
J.B. Carter at third base. Strike. 2-2. And now the Phoenix City fans can taste it. Possibly 1 pitch away from the semifinals. Harrison looking for the sign. He gets what he likes. The 2-2. Back up the middle. Off the base. And it caroms into center. J.B. Carter comes home to score. Carter Clark keeps Nolensville's heart pumping. RBI single here in the 6th inning. It's now 5-2.
Takes this fastball away, right back up the box, right past Harrison. Looked like Kinley Rasmus might have a chance at it. Hits the bag and goes out into left center.
And back to the top of the order, Julian Frazier, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Snap throw to first as Clark dives back. See why those insurance runs the last couple of innings for Phoenix City are so important. Still a 3-run lead for Alabama. Strike. Nolensville down to its last out, but they've got the part of the order up that has been devastating throughout the district and state tournament in Tennessee. Line drive, base hit into right. Back-to-back hits, third of the inning for Nolensville. And Callan Williams will get a chance.
Julian Frazier stays hot, 3 for 4 in game 1. Nice single to right field, keeps the line moving.
Man, Julian Frazier, he does not play like an 11-year-old. Plays like he's 14.
Well, we got the tie and run at the plate now, Clay.
And it's Callan Williams. He has a double today. Double in the first inning against Uriah Burklight, who cruised into the 5th inning. Both of Nolensville's runs have come since he left the mound. That's outside, 1-1. There you see the base runners, Clark and Frazier. And now it's 1-2, and you see Callan Williams a little disappointed with himself. He tried to hold up, ended up offering at it, fouls it off.
Chase that fastball up out of the zone.
And again, Nolensville down to its last strike, and we're going to get Bill Packard coming to home plate umpire Tony Calcagno.
Probably going to see if it's catcher's interference. Did he catch a piece of the glove on the backswing?
So this is going to be a Tennessee challenge.
I believe so. I mean, it sounded a little funny. You get used to hearing sounds as a baseball player of ticks and everything else. Did this swing on the downstroke catch the glove of Brooks Cameron? It was called as a foul ball.
It's confirmed Tennessee is challenging for catcher's interference. Here's another look.
No, the double tip was the foul ball, and then the ball going off the glove. And that was why Tennessee's challenging. It's just a very unusual sound to hear a double click. But clearly not catcher's interference. Brooks Cameron way back in the box.
So it's going to stay 1-2 on Callan Williams.
But I mean, I like the effort because it'd be automatically awarded first base.
And in a situation like this, what do you got to lose?
Right.
You know, you're down 3 runs, trying to do anything you can. So Callan Williams and Nolensville, Tennessee, again down to their last strike. And time is going to be called. Alabama's going to come out to the mound.
Just getting this infield on the same page, having everybody settle down, going, all right, I know we're 1 strike away. Let's stay in it, stay locked in. Somebody make a play. Let's wrap this thing up and go back to the hotel.
C.J. Harrison gets a little encouragement from his coach and teammates. And now he gets locked in on Callan Williams again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the 6th. 5-2 Alabama. The pitch. Got him. Ball game. Phoenix City, Alabama is on to the semifinals to take on Tallahassee, Florida tomorrow on ESPN. What a ball game. 5-2 the final.
You said it. Kept adding runs. Able to add runs in the 3rd, 4th, 5th. separated it, but they did something. Last year they won game 1 and then lost the next 2. Not this year. This team got the experience from last year, 8 returners, and they're looking to play Florida tomorrow afternoon.
And Nolensville will have to play again later today. That's going to be a difficult task against Georgia, which has stayed alive coming through the losers bracket.